Hello, everybody, and welcome to my cooking show. I'm Julie, and I am coming to you from Cornerstone Village, it's actually Bethesda Cornerstone Village, and we are located in Victoria, Minnesota. I make these videos mostly for my residents that live at Cornerstone, and we are actually the first Cornerstone Village, and you should go to our website because to see our mission and what we're doing, and it's actually really cool. Not only that, we have a beautiful place, which I don't know, I see a spot on the cupboard, so that's weird. Where's that on my computer? Anyway, we have a beautiful location and we have a community room with a full kitchen, and that is what I am coming to you today. And I'm cooking beef stew, an Irish beef stew. So, and I already started one so that we could see it finished. I am working in the Instant Pot. So all of my videos this month are actually cooking in the Instant Pot, which is fun. And I'm actually learning with you. I've done a couple meals before this, but most of these I'm just trying with you guys. But they're all going really well. So what I'm finding is the Instant Pot is super easy to use. And I'm actually think I will probably continue using it at home as well. Like I told you last week, I stole one from here. So we have 3 Instant Pots that our residents can check out. And I just actually borrowed one so that I could try it and make sure I knew what I was doing when I was cooking for you guys. So I want to say happy St. Patrick's Day today, and that is why we're doing an Irish stew. And it's kind of my take on an Irish stew. A lot of times they use lamb. I'm using beef. I think that they put parsnips in it, and I don't know if that's an Irish thing or not. I'm not really Irish. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a little bit, but I don't know. But I'm not doing parsnips because I couldn't find them, and I've never eaten one, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I did look because I was going to try it, but I didn't see it. But anyway, I wanted you to see my eyeshadow. I put green eyeshadow on today, just trying to make it fun. This was the only shirt that I had that had green in it, so that's why I'm wearing this today. All right, let's get started. So what we're doing is and if you look back at some of my other videos, you will see a lot more instruction on how to do the Instant Pot, but I'm going to tell you again a little bit about what you're doing. So the first thing, there's a bunch of different buttons that you can put, and I'll show you here. So you can kind of see, you got the soup, broth, blah, 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 all this. We're going to use the saute today, which is going to actually brown the meat and get the onions cooking. And then we're going to go over here to the pressure cook, and we're going to use that. The other thing that I want you to see, and you can kind of see over here, this is the one that's already cooking. The pressure cooking part is already done. And right now what it's doing is it's doing a natural release. And I'll show that to you closer up when we're done. But I talked about this in great lengths in my last video. But if you push this down, that means you're releasing the air. If you don't push it down, you're letting it naturally release, which keeps the steam and the whatever it's doing in there. I don't really know the whole details because, just a disclaimer here, I am not a cook, not a fancy cook. I'm just the program manager here who's cooking. So that's kind of that. All right, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I actually bought these rolls just to go with the beef stew. So we had something else, and I got them from Target. I've never used them before, but if you see me before, I like to make things as easy as possible for myself. I'm a very busy person. I have 3 teenagers at home. Lots of stuff going on in my life, so I try to make it easy. Hello, welcome. And so I bought this. This is Archer Farms Take and Bake. They're half baked, so you just put them in the oven at 375 and you bake them for 8 to 10 minutes, and then they're done, and they're going to be great. So I already have the oven preheated, and I just wanted these done for when that stew's done. So I will do that. And I'm going to just put the timer on because I will forget about them. Okay, do I have to do anything else? Okay. This is a brand new facility. We just opened up in September, so it's all beautiful, great appliances, but I'm still learning how to use them. And, one other thing I wanted to tell you is I keep talking about how I needed to buy measuring spoons, so I did buy these, and they're magnet So how cool is that? And it even comes with a leveler, and there's two sides to it. So a round side and a side to go in your spice jars. I thought that was super cool. Aren't these nice? I know, I love them. So I'll be using those today because I did not like the ones that I had before. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is in the Instant Pot, we're going to put olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, whatever. And then you want to get your stew meat. So here's the stew meat. I bought it already cut. I did need to cut it a little bit more so that it was a little bit smaller because it said to do about 1 inch thickness. So I did cut a little bit. And then you just put that right in there. And remember, I said that we're going to be using the saute button. So let me bring you over here. So we're pushing on the saute button. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. What's going on? Is it plugged in?
I think so.
Let's try that again.
No,
It's not plugged in down there?
and
Oh,
that one.
thank you, Sharon.
her TV is.
Hey, look at the people that come and help. And they come and watch me, and then they get to eat my food. And my husband joined me today, sort of. He's over there lounging in the chair, very casual. All right, so right now we're going to go do the saute. Thank you so much, Sharon. Okay, and it doesn't matter how many minutes because we're going to stop it when we're done with it, okay? So I love my little webcam because then I can really control what you're seeing. Okay, that's telling you that it's on. It's got a lot of noises so that you know that it's on and stuff. When I talk to people about the Instant Pot that have not used it, including my mom, she's had one for a while and she's just kind of scared of it. I think that when we talk about pressure cookers, it's kind of scary because they can blow up if you don't do it right. But this really keeps you from not doing it right. There's a lock on it. It tells you when it's ready by that little silver button. And I'll show you that a little later. So I thought while I'm cooking this and it's starting to saute, I thought I would tell you a little bit of story about me. So I'm adopted, and actually a little side note, my 4 children are adopted as well. And so when I was adopted on my birth certificate, it said that I was American. So I've actually never known what nationality I was. I never really cared that much. I mean, it was always in the back of my mind. I've never searched my birth parents. I have a great family. You know, sometimes I'm curious about things, but I'm also scared to death of what I'm going to find. Actually, my husband and I were watching a murder mystery show, and there was this woman that murdered a bunch of people. Who was that, honey?
I'm not sure which one you mean.
The lady that that Pretty Star does, and she's ugly. She's made ugly in Monster. The woman in, yeah, so the woman in Monster. So she actually had a baby around the time I was born, within a couple of years. I don't know exactly the date. And I thought that is why I haven't found my birth mother, because I just know that I'm going to have some situation like that. I do. I just have this weird feeling and it freaks me out. But anyway, back to me. So I've never known what nationality I was. People always talk about what nationality they are. My family is very Norwegian and very Swedish. I mean, that's all they are. So we're in Minnesota. That is definitely all people talk about up here, especially when they're Norwegian. You know, you got your Tina and Oli jokes or whatever. My family was very Norwegian. So I just never knew. And so about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe, I did that ancestry.com just to kind of see what nationality I was. And it came up that I was almost 50% England and Northwest Europe. Yeah, whatever. And then I'm 13% Irish. So I thought, well, okay, so then I can kind of celebrate St. Patrick's Day, right? Just because I'm 13%, I think. Probably not. That probably doesn't qualify me, but you know what? I'll do what I want. Which I always do, right? Yeah. It's weird that my husband's here. He has the day off. But I let him come. He said he was going to heckle me. Is that what you call it? Heckle. Heckle me.
Right.
He loves it when I say words wrong. Because he knows how to say every word right, don't you? Oli and Lena. See? Pardon me. He loves to correct me. I honestly think that's... What is it? Whatever. My mom is probably cringing if she's watching this. Oh, no, not peanuts, Lena. See, I'm not Norwegian, so maybe I don't know. Okay, so I'm cooking these, and what you want to do, I'm going to show you. Look at how that's sauteing. So you only need one pan, which is something I love about this. You're wanting to get it mostly brown. It doesn't have to be all brown. Ooh, on that side note, look, we're at 16 minutes. So this means that this has been naturally releasing for 16 minutes, which we're only supposed to do for about 15. So I'm going to actually stop it. I'm going to push this button down, let the rest of the steam go, which isn't much. And if you can see over there, the silver button will drop. Oh my. In just a second. I know. I'm always worried what we're going to do here to the ceiling, but it hasn't done anything at my house either. I always check. Yeah. Okay, see, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. I know it's going to drop here. It shouldn't take that long because we shouldn't have to let out a lot of steam. Ooh, I need a fan over here. It's hot. Okay. So as soon as it drops, sometimes when you're doing a recipe, it'll tell you to like do the pressure cooker for 20 minutes and then you release the pressure right away. Other recipes, it'll tell you to wait a while and then release the pressure. So like this one said to wait 15 minutes and then release the pressure. I don't really know what it's doing in there, but it's doing something. So, and it's working. That's all I know. Because I made fish last week and it was good. And I made potatoes and fish, and I'll get to you on that in just a second. Okay, for crying out loud. I need my hand. Hello. Oh, there it goes. See? Now that means it's done. And then I can open it. But you wouldn't open it until then. Ooh, look at that. I'll show you that in a little bit. But I got to stir my meat first. It's hard to make two meals at once. At the same time. Oh, we're almost at the best parts. Just a couple minutes. You guys will see. Oh, my bread's done. All right, this is all going very fast. Wasn't that a quick 8 minutes? All right, turn it off. Turn this off. Okay, I'm back. So I think I'm done cooking the meat, and I'm going to bring it out and put it on a plate. And I'm using a slotted spoon so that most of the oil stays in there, because now I'm going to be cooking the onions and the garlic. And then the best part is we're adding beer. And I'm going to tell you, it smells so good when you add that beer. Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I actually don't drink, but I love alcohol in my cooking. I don't know. I'm kind of weird, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do a whole onion chopped. Okay, and that was a pound of meat that we did. And just so you know, I have the link to the recipe that I'm doing in the instructions here. So you're going to want to stir up those onions and get the rest of the oil on there. We're going to cook that for a couple minutes while to get it translucent and soft. That's when you know that the onions are ready. That smells really good. Everything smells good. Okay, I'm going to stir the stew. And then the one thing I'm going to do, the only thing that you do, and this is so gross, you put in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. You want to go ahead and stir it up, and it's like glue. It's so hard to stir, but you do not want it clumpy. So you want to make sure it's nice and stirred. And then we're going to press saute again and cook for 3 minutes, and then that will be done. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Yep. It's like glue. Really gross. But there's reasons, right? Use this spoon. Wait, this is. Stir it. Oh my. Put it on saute. We're going to have to cancel that other one. Then put it on saute. Just do it for 3 minutes. So I'm going to turn the thing down to 3 minutes. Oh my, this looks good. Okay. Keep stirring the onions. Oh, these look good. It's going to take about 3 minutes for the onions to go as well. Then we're going to put, it says 4 garlic cloves. So remember, every week I've used this. So I do use this a lot. I always buy this because it's a lot easier for me. A half a teaspoon of this is 1 garlic clove. So I do 4 garlic cloves would be 2 teaspoons. And of course I do them nice and heaping because who doesn't like a lot of garlic, right? Maybe not that much, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna put the garlic in there, stir it up, let that cook. Now for the good parts. Okay, so this is the good part. Guinness Stout. I know nothing about alcohol other than I like it in my cooking. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you what I've got here. All I know is that it's beer and it's Guinness Extra Stout, actually. So we're going to put this in here. And when you pour it in, you want to scrape the brown stuff off of the bottom. That's where a lot of the flavor is from the meat, the onions, and all that. You want that to be in your liquid. I'll show you. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. You see what I'm doing? Ooh, look at that. I know it's super dark. Doesn't that look good? I'm right-handed, so I got to do it. I'm scraping off the bottom. Oh my, that looks good. Can you smell it? Can you guys smell it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay. Now we're going to go a little bit quicker here. We're going to do 2 cups of beef stock. Okay. So 2 cups of beef stock in there. So let me get my notes here. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And this is what I did last time. I just put the tomato paste in there and it kind of got clumpy. So this time I'm going to do something a little different and kind of whisk it with some of the liquid, just so that it won't be like that. So I'm going to put it in a bowl. 2 tablespoons. And again, this is how I do my tablespoons. Unless, what have I always said? Unless I'm baking, right? So I'm going to take some of this liquid and just whisk it in there with it. Okay, so this is done. Stop it. So just whisking that tomato paste in here so it's a little bit, just a thick paste. And then I'm going to put it in there. Now that will not clump up, which I think is better. I usually do that when I make spaghetti or salsa too. I always put it with a liquid. Okay. Then we want to put a tablespoon of whole grain mustard. Okay, so this is kind of weird. I don't really know what whole grain mustard is. So I thought I would wait until I was with you guys, and I thought I would taste it and tell you. I don't know if I've ever had this.
What is it?
Whole grain mustard. It's like Dijon. It's very strong. It's got a little Irish man on there, so I wonder if it's kind of an Irish thing. It's like Dijon, but it's spicy and a little lumpy. So it's kind of interesting. It's good though. So we're going to do a tablespoon of whole grain mustard. Best part about these is there's 2 sides. How cool is that? So I'm going to put the whole grain mustard in here. See how it's kind of lumpy? I don't think Dijon mustard's like that. Okay, got that in there. Stirring. Okay, then we have, and this is kind of a fun thing, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe this off. But I brought my brown sugar from home. But 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Wait, is it 2 or 1? 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Ooh, that could have been ugly. Actually, I can't imagine that would make it bad. Do you? I suppose the soup can be too sweet, huh? Okay, so then you stir that up. And then we're going to put 1 bay leaf in here. I'm going to put 2 because I have 2 smaller ones. Again, brought those from my home. Look at those. And then, so it says a sprig of thyme. I'm not doing a sprig of thyme because I didn't want to buy that again, but I just wanted to note how cute are my spice jars. These are my spice jars from home. I got them from Christmas, and I absolutely love them. They're little mason jars, and they're so cute. I get compliments on my spice jars. So I'm going to do probably a teaspoon. I don't know how much is supposed to be on a sprig, but I'm guessing. And like I just like a lot of seasoning, so I don't actually care. We'll see. If it tastes bad, then we'll know I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to stir that, and then we're going to add the beef and all that back. So I'm going to stir it. I did add everything, right? I always worry I'm not adding everything. Is that you? That's rude. He's watching TV. So we're putting the beef back. Okay. And then we're adding, so I'm adding, like I said, I did not, potato overboard. So we're not going to put that one in here. What did it say? 1.5 pounds of potatoes. So I did 3 medium potatoes. This is the carrots. It's about a half a bag of carrots. And then, like I said, I didn't have parsnips. You can do parsnips, but I had celery. So on that recipe, she kind of gave some alternatives. So I had some celery in my refrigerator, so I decided to add that. Okay, you're going to stir it. I'm going to add salt and pepper. So I just got my pepper. I'm adding quite a bit because I like it. And then salt. I usually just put some in my palm, spread it around, stir it again. And then I'm going to show you how to close the Instant Pot. Okay. So this is what the Instant Pot top looks like. This is the steamer. You don't want to touch it. This you don't want to touch. This is what will drop when it tells you that it's ready. This is the button that you push when you're letting the steam out. Okay. This piece goes on the back. So I'm going to show you. So you put it in the back. And I'm going to be honest, you kind of just got to play with it until it drops. Super annoying, but you know, you get it nice and I don't know what the heck. I'm having issues with this Instant Pot today. Well, I don't know what's going on with this Instant Pot. Hold on. Oof. I'm wondering if this is an issue. It was kind of wobbly, so let me try. See if it's. You were able to get off your phone for a few minutes. Oh, there we go. See, it says on, so it tells me it's on. We're going to cancel the saute. Now we're going to pressure cook, and we're going to do the time to 20 minutes. Okay, so it first needs to get ready. It'll take a few minutes to get up and going, and then it will start the 20 minutes. You'll see it when it's done. You'll see the countdown. The other thing is once it's done, it'll beep, and then it'll start counting backwards. So, well, it's actually going, so the 20 minutes goes backwards, 20, 19, 18, 17. And then when you're going, after it's done, it'll go up and tell you, so like when you have to let it naturally release for 15 minutes. It's so nice because it'll start going 1, 2, 3. So you know when it's done. I like that. Okay, I am going to bring this puppy over here so you can see it. Oh, my word. Oh, my. What do you guys think? That looks good, I think. Oh, my goodness. So we're going to take out the bay leaf. Nobody wants to eat that, I don't think. I'm going to get another bowl if I have any left. I don't. Okay. I'll use one of these that have vegetables in it. And I'll dish up some stew. Look at that. Look at how thick that is. It looks so good. It really does. I'm not a huge stew person, but this looks really good. And I'm going to put it on a plate. I like my plates to all be different colors because the dishes set came in different colors. I know that's weird. But we got the stew. We got ourselves a little piece of bread. This is what we got. Doesn't that look good? Oh my goodness. While I'm getting mine to eat, I do want to say that last week the video cut off a little early. So I am actually going to post pictures of the stuff that I had so that you can see how it turned out because the potatoes were perfect. I've actually made them already again. And the salmon was to die for. It was very tender, flavorful, I thought, and not fishy, not too fishy. So it was perfect. So if you haven't seen that video, go back, but I will post some pictures. So anyway, here I'm going to take a little bite. Oh my, it's hot. That's good. It's a little bit sweet. You can kind of taste the alcohol. Could use a little bit more salt and pepper, but I'll add that. Or, you can let people add their own salt and pepper. It's up to you. All right. I think I'm done today. I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day. And let me know if you make the stew. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you did any variations, that would be kind of fun to hear about. And what you thought. All right. Have a great day. Bye.